This is Griffin H, my other persona, who is more of a proper persona, I guess. Like this character does not exist. This is completely divorced from the world of, that Lunarian H exists in, where humans live alongside Lunarians. Griffin H does not have a Dorum. He's not a symbiote. Oh, look at it. Oh, and I happen to be having this. Yeah, he's got a sort of alternative version of an Alpha Smart Neo 2, but it's also combined with this sort of old Amstrad computer of a similar form factor. And there, so that's the one he's holding. It is, he's holding an Alpha Smart Neo 2 sort of like device there. And then on the left, he has a different sort of writing machine that's sort of a custom machine that I saw on Flickr once. So because I want to depict different versions of me using different writing equipment that I would use in real life. So the lore for Griffin H is illustrious and deep. And the lore for Griffin H is that me, you see right here in 3 dimensions, flesh and blood, human, real life H, commissioned artists to draw this character for him. He does not exist in his own universe. He does not have his own lore. He is not a separate version of me. His context, he is literally exists in the context of this is art of a character I had made for myself. And it is time to reveal my PNGtuber avatar, and not of Lunarian H, but of Griffin H. There he is there. Hiya. Look at him. He's so cool. I've been sitting on this for a couple of months. I'm very excited to finally be revealing him. And I've got, he is dropping, hold on. Drop a credit for my artist there who did that for me. That is done by Ducksick, the same artist who did my avatar, did my Doorworm and my Lunarian H emotes for me. And I have a few expressions for him. I've got, just normal, generic, and then I've got sad, and then I've got happy, and then I've got, maybe scheming, plotting, a bit devious there, and then I've got, waving, head on there, and then I've got, pointing at things. That's, I think, gonna cover everything I'd ever need to do with him. And yeah, this isn't a typical reveal of an avatar. I'm being very forward with, the fact that, yeah, I'm the flesh and blood me, and this is effectively a digital puppet that I'm operating using my Stream Deck here to switch between facial expressions. That, the reason, because the thing is, there'll be streams where the entirety, or for 90% of the stream, I will be using my Griffin H PNGtuber avatar. And also, there's a very specific reason I decided to use a quasi-animated PNGtuber avatar as opposed to a more dynamically animated 2D avatar or a 3D 3D VTuber avatar. I specifically wanted a PNGtuber avatar. I specifically want the nature of the avatar as a illustration and not as something that exists in real life, so to speak. Because this is an important thing, as you're the shark. I mentioned this before. You go back if you look. It's one thing I explained. Within the I'm pulling back the curtain a bit. I'm a bit sort of going meta here. Within the fictional universe of my stream, within the emotional fabric of my stream, within the lore and world building of my stream, anything that's depicted in 3 dimensions, like me, I'm flesh and blood, 3 dimensions. There's height, there's depth, and there's width. I'm real. All the Lunarian art, that is just art. The Griffin H art here, this is all just art. This is 2-dimensional. Someone drew this. So 2D is fake, pretend, fictional. 3D is real. So I wanted to be very forward and up front in revealing my new avatar here, that this is just a digital puppet that I'm operating here. And the reason I haven't really gone, and that's why I'm not using a more dynamic 2D avatar, that's not why I'm using a 3-dimensional, polygonal, 3D like VTuber avatar is because Griffin H isn't real within the world of my stream. And I wanted to be very upfront with that. And I don't really have so much of an interest in role-playing or pretending to be Lunarian H or even pretending to be Griffin H here. Like, even, like, if a genie could grant me the ability to transform, if I could transform into one of my alter ego or characters, well, first off, if I could have a wish, I'd just be for shape-shifting in general. But if I could become a specific character or only one specific, I would want to be Lunarian H with a Dormer. I don't really care about Griffin H. I don't want to be him. I don't wish I was him. He's not the real version of me. Neither is Lunarian H. But Griffin H serves a very specific purpose. And he serves the reason there's a new type of stream I'm going to be doing. A very specific kind of stream I want to start doing, and I will start doing that a week from tonight on Wednesday, on the, let me have to take a look, Wednesday the 19th at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be starting doing writing streams, and I decided I wanted to start doing writing streams back in October of October of last year. And it's ironically, specifically, the course of interest that led me to want to start doing writing streams. You know, I mean, I'm sitting here with my word processor because I was using to show off, the word processor my character has there. This, I don't use this as much anymore now that I have the Pomera here, the little more laptop-like one that's even smaller than so the way. It's ironically Astro House, who I have their word processor, their writing machine. It's my least favorite, but I do love it but I'm still kind of frustrated with the machine itself and the device itself. I have an adversarial, enthusiast relationship with them. I want them to thrive. I wish them the best. But I will continue to challenge and criticize them, and I will continue to buy their devices. I own one of their devices. I already have another one paid off that they're still, I paid for their Kickstarter. I bought into it at full price to get the machine delivered to me upon mass production. But the way, it's ironically them that inspired me to want to start doing writing streams and get involved with the writing community here on Twitch. Did you know that there's a tag called Writers? And in that tag, there is consistently more viewers in the Writers tag than there is for the Super Mario Brothers, not the tag, the community category. There's consistently more viewers in the Writers category on Twitch than there is for Super Mario Brothers. Did you know that? I will get into that deeper on next week when I do my first writing stream, do my first proper reveal of Griffin H, and how I'm actually going to deploy him within my writing streams. But there are very specific problems I had, and challenges, and trying to develop how I wanted to conduct or attempt to conduct a writing show, a writing stream. How do you turn writing into a show was the challenge I had in developing this concept, which I've been working on since October. And some of the problems I had, the challenges I had, the problems I wanted to solve were things specifically solved by using a PNGtuber of this particular character. So that's why Griffin H exists. And I will say one detail about my writing streams. This here is Wordtris for the Game Boy. It is a word language themed variant of Tetris. And I've never played this before. I popped this into my Mega SG, which I have, my aftermarket Game Boy clone that I have hooked up to a dock that's hooked up to my capture card so I can capture off, original cartridges in real time, which is really great. But I will be playing Wordtris as part of my writing stream as sort of a warm-up game. And, Zero the Shark, you haven't been here for a Game Boy stream. I have this here, the Analog Pocket, and I could also run Game Gear games on here, which is great, because I've been actually able to run my original childhood copies of certain games like Sonic the Hedgehog for Game Gear, and my childhood copies of my childhood copy of Tetris for Game Boy. I've been able to run those in real time as Zero the Shark off of my Yeah, so I'll be playing Wordtress, which I plugged it in, I went to the title screen, and that's it. I just let the title screen play to balance the audio and set it up within my layout. And I don't know, I was going to tease the... No, I don't have my writing documents open, and those are an important part of my layout, so I can't really reveal what the writing stream layout's going to be like. But playing word and language themed vintage video games is going to be a major part of how I'm going to try to do my writing streams. My writing streams, the format I've come up with is completely experimental, and writing streams in general are experimental. It's sort of the Wild West on Twitch right now, with the up and coming writing community trying to figure out how do you make a show out of writing. And it's sort of like in the Justin TV days back here on Twitch, where you have streamers, using improvised setups where they're aiming cameras at their televisions. How do you make a show out of playing video games? And that's the same thing I see in the writing scene, where it's like, and I think the writing scene kind of blew up sort of as a after effect of COVID-19, where you have, people used to do maybe poetry meetups and writing seminars in person, are now, there's COVID, everything's canceled, we're now in the telepresence world, doing sort of setups where they have, webcams, maybe the webcam on their stock webcam on their laptop, doing, writing seminars and writing workshops via telepresence on Zoom. And now it's like, well, I have this set up now. Maybe I should stream some writing. So you have these very improvised setups, and I love the earnesty of it, the raw grittiness of it, of just like in the early Justin TV days of people trying to figure out, how do I stream a video game on Twitch and make an entertaining show out of it using improvised setups. And that's what I see a lot on writing Twitch right now, under the writers tag and the writing tag, and under the writers category of people doing, poetry, writing for role-playing campaigns, writing, doing writing sprints, adding word count to short stories and novel manuscripts, of people trying to figure out all these different solutions and setups. Oh, should I appear on camera? Should I have music in the background? Do I need to be on mic only and just communicate via text and chat because, hey, they're here looking at text anyway? Do I even need to have the thing I'm writing on screen in chat? Or do I want to have it blurred because I'm going to release this as a novel or as a ebook? And I want to, don't want to spoil too much. So there's all kinds of different approaches people are taking to writing, and it's very experimental, and I want to try to, add to that, try things, see what works, what doesn't work. So, hey, the format I'm trying, I've never seen it before. It might fall flat on its face, but if it does, I'm going to have fun trying, and I'm going to have fun with all of you all. So that is my show pretty much for today. I'm going to go back to my webcam here. So my first writing stream is going to be Wednesday, the 19th. Yeah, that is the 19th. So that'll be I might appear on camera at the beginning. But most of that stream is going to be conducted